What if you didn't? I think we all ask ourselves this. I've been hiding something from you, not in a bad way or a dramatic way. I just haven't shared the full story. Until now. For the last few years, I've been working on my 100 documentaries project. So far I've released 10 of them. The idea was simple. Make 100 documentaries and count them from 100 to 1, which is a kind of bad idea because it gets all confusing. But somewhere along the way, I realized that this number is just kind of protecting me.
Excellent!
It's not what the project is about, it's just a way to explain what the project is. I think I've been hiding behind that number because it felt safer than actually figuring out what this really is about until now. So let me explain what I've realized. When it comes to storytelling and documentary work and any kind of personal story, it usually begins with a childhood trauma or tough experience or something early in your life, and then it evolves through the story into what that person is today. This is a very solid way of sharing stories. It's something that we humans decode easily. And I've tried that too. I have a lot of trauma that I'm working on separately from this. But what I realized here is that even if this is part of my story, it's not that interesting. What this all comes down to, and the thing that I've realized, is that this is about figuring out how I want to live. The documentaries is just a way of exploring that, to learn and see new perspectives and new ways of doing things. It's a very exciting way, but it's not the only way. What I feel I've been missing here is a place for my voice to talk about other things than just making of documentaries. I've been limited on what I can talk about on this channel. I did some experimenting, so when I started the channel I did tech reviews and teaching people how to do certain things like lighting or interview techniques or editing tips. And that worked okay, but what I understood quickly there is that the people who watched these clips didn't necessarily connect or have an interest in watching the documentaries that I made, so it was kind of counterproductive. I've known for quite a while that I need to be more personal here, but I haven't really felt that I can do that without diluting the project. And that has kept me from talking and from opening up, which is really necessary for you to have the chance to get to know me and know who I am and what I stand for and everything there is to know about the person. To give you that opportunity, I need to open up about myself and my thoughts and my experiences and my life. I mean, it's called YouTube for a reason. And I felt like I'm not a part of it. I'm just here delivering stuff. So the number, the 100, it gave me a lot of clarity in the beginning. It got me started. But it also kind of boxed me in a very tight, small box. It's not a tight scope, it's a huge project, but the box was limiting for me. So when I started digging, asking myself all of these really uncomfortable questions, underneath a lot of layers, I found that there was one core question that just kept lingering. What if you didn't? What if you didn't live your life like society expects you to? And what if you didn't build your life based on someone else's blueprint? That question is a lot more interesting than talking about 100 documentaries. I think we all ask ourselves this, that it's some kind of universal human question to figure out the meaning of all of this. This thing called life, this experience that sometimes is fun, sometimes is less fun, but it is an experience and we're having it and we have to do the best of it. And this is really hard to figure out. I think we all have this FOMO that, okay, I've chosen to do this, but what if I did this? Would that be better? And then we all kind of wander around in this uncertainty, which is very human. But the question sparks curiosity, and it allows me to explore many ways of seeing life and attacking life and figuring out life from all of these amazing people that I meet.
It's amazing. It's such an experience.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here.
No, thank you.
Okay.
So if there's one, there's more.
Yes.
And by talking to these people, I can learn more about how I want to live my life. And part of that life is obsessing over sharing these stories so you can have them too. What you're doing is actually building a staircase.
My dad just goes like, here, you take a photo.
So the project is evolving, not because it failed, not because I'm starting over, but because I finally have a clearer language for myself in what I am doing here.
It's a lot about perfectionism.
Documentaries will still be the spine of it all. But what if you didn't is the question that drives them. That's the underlying thing. It's the lens that I will use to interpret my reality. And that is what this channel is all about. So I renamed it. This isn't just a rebrand for the sake of it. I still want to inspire action for good in the world. And I hope you will keep with me on this path and that it hopefully will get even more interesting, but it will allow me to share my perspective on things without releasing a documentary, and I hope you will appreciate that. So that's it for this weird video that I didn't really feel like doing, but I felt like I had to get something out there. I had to share this thing. And if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in a documentary very shortly.